need the police to answer immediately. My wife and child just shot badly.
Alex Murdaugh says he called 911 after finding his wife and son bleeding at their hunting property in Islandton, South Carolina.
What is your name?
My name is Alex Murdaugh.
That was June 7th, 2021. Now, for the first time, we are learning more about how many times 52-year-old Maggie Murdaugh and 22-year-old Paul Murdaugh were shot, and where. This latest court filing by Murdaugh's defense attorneys includes an affidavit from a forensic expert hired by state law enforcement. The expert offers a disturbing picture of the murder scene. He determined 2 gunshot blasts hit Paul Murdaugh. The first was to the chest, but the fatal shot to his shoulder and head was so violent that his brain was completely detached from his head, according to the expert. The affidavit also includes pictures from the crime scene, which show the property's dog kennels where Paul Murdaugh was shot.
Are they breathing?
No, ma'am.
The affidavit also details how Maggie Murdaugh was shot 5 times with a rifle, including 1 gunshot to the back of her head and scalp. While the sequence of the gunshots was not clear, the expert concluded that at least one of the shots was fired while she was on the ground, holding herself up on her knees and her right hand with her shoulders and head down. Also, court documents show blood spatter found on the T-shirt Alex Murdaugh was wearing the night of the murders could prove he was in close proximity to at least one of the victims when they were shot. And in the court affidavit filed this week, the state's forensic expert stated there appears to be transfer and spatter stains on the front of Murdaugh's T-shirt. Murdaugh's lawyers have argued the blood got on his shirt when he touched the victims after finding them, and deny he was at the house when the murders occurred. Still, prosecutors say he had a motive for allegedly killing them, to hide his alleged financial crimes. Prosecutors claim Alex Murdaugh defrauded clients, co-workers, and family members of nearly $9 million.
The day of reckoning was upon him, and he was out of cards to play.
That alleged motive dates back to a February 2019 boat crash, during which Paul Murdaugh was allegedly driving drunk. 19-year-old Mallory Beach was killed in that crash. Because Alex Murdaugh owned the boat, her family filed a civil suit against him. His financial records likely would have been revealed at a scheduled hearing in June 2021. But Maggie and Paul Murdaugh were killed a few days before, so the hearing was canceled, which is why prosecutors say he killed his wife and son.
He's still trying to prevent who he really is from being outed.
Murdaugh's defense team has pushed back on the alleged motive.
Mr. Murdaugh had handwritten out a financial statement for purposes of that hearing. There's no doomsday reckoning in that regard.
At the murder scene, investigators did find Paul Murdaugh's cell phone, and on that cell phone is an audio recording of Alex Murdaugh talking to his family members, his wife and son, earlier in the night around the time of the murders. Now, the defense is saying that this was a perfectly normal conversation. There was nothing threatening about it, but that does put him at the murder scene earlier in the night. Prosecutors say the murders took place sometime between 8:30 and 10:06 p.m., and that audio recording was at 8:44 p.m., so that is right in that timeline that the prosecutors laid out for when the murders took place. That will be a key piece of evidence at the upcoming trial. Randy Kay, CNN.